Feet are being crushed in the massager. Brought to you by the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. I was at 16.5 today. Lost some pricks. Pricks. Cock sucking pricks. There's a whole world of partying going on outside my windows. It's Halloween, there's loud, obnoxious fucking music. It just doesn't ever seem to be stopping. Top 6 cards in the deck. Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson, Desmond Ridder, Ryan Tannehill, Malik Willis, Drake London. With a deficit of $14,000, let's get started. ATL and TEN. We're making lineups and counting boogie. The Titans have told Henry he won't be dealt prior to the NFL trade deadline Tuesday. The Titans have reportedly received calls from teams around the league inquiring about Henry's availability. It could make sense for Tennessee to deal him considering its 2-4 record and the fact that Henry is in the final year of his contract. For now, however, it appears that he won't be on the move, though nothing will be official until the trade deadline has passed on Tuesday at 4 p.m. That's never good when your entire report is about your trade prospects. Bijan Robinson wasn't listed Wednesday on the Falcons' Week 8 first practice report. Robinson was the subject of some angst in the fantasy realm for his unexpected limited usage this past Sunday at Tampa Bay, but an illness was chalked up as the reason he earned just 1 carry and no targets on 11 offensive snaps. He told Orlando Ledbetter of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution after Wednesday's session that he was a full participant, which came to pass with the release of the Falcons' first practice report of the week. Robinson thus is poised to return to the workload that he handled for the first 6 weeks of the season, 17 touches per game, this Sunday at Tennessee. What the fuck, man? I got the window fucking sliding door closed and that music's getting through. Fucking enough! I'm officially that old man saying, turn it down! Desmond Ridder, this fucking cunt, cost me so much fucking money. Completed 19 of 25 passes for 250 yards without a touchdown or interception in Sunday's win over the Buccaneers. He added 6 carries for 38 yards, a touchdown, while fumbling 3 fucking times in a row, you fucking asshole. Lost me so much fucking money. Ridder got off to a hot start, completing all 4 of his passes for 46 yards on the opening drive before capping it with a 2-yard rushing touchdown. That success didn't last, as Ridder failed to lead another touchdown drive and lost 3 fumbles in the red zone, including 2 at the 1-yard line. After Tampa Bay tied the score at 13 apiece with 45 seconds remaining, Ridder connected with Kyle Pitts on a 39-yard gain to set up Younghoe Koo's game-winning 51-yard field goal, which handed Ridder the first road win of his NFL career. Ridder will look to double that win total in a Week 8 road tilt in Tennessee. All right. Kyle Pitts is on the board. Younghoe Koo is on the board. Ryan Tannehill, head coach Mike Vrabel, confirmed Friday that Tannehill has been ruled out for Sunday's game against the Falcons. As anticipated, Tannehill won't be ready to play this weekend while he continues to recover from the right high ankle sprain he suffered in the Titans' Week 6 loss to the Ravens before Tennessee went on a bye week for Week 7. Vrabel was unwilling to name a starting quarterback for Sunday, instead noting that he plans to have both Malik Willis and Will Levis get reps under center. After failing to practice in any fashion for Week 8, Tannehill may struggle to gain clearance for Week 9, as the Titans are set to travel to Pittsburgh for a Thursday night game and are likely to hold walkthroughs or light practice heading out into the contest. So Malik Willis is on the board. Will Levis is on the board. Malik Willis. Head coach Mike Vrabel said Friday that both Willis and Will Levis will take snaps at quarterback Sunday against the Falcons, with Ryan Tannehill ruled out for Week 8. Vrabel made similar comments about the Titans' quarterback situation earlier in the week, when Tannehill's status for Sunday's game looked to be in doubt. and the coach hasn't named a fill-in starter, even with Tannehill having now been officially ruled out. Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network reported Wednesday that Levis is being prepped with a start and expected to see the bulk of the playing time behind center. And even if that comes to pass, Willis is still expected to have a role in the game plan. If the two quarterbacks don't alternate series, the Titans can make use of the more mobile Willis by deploying him as a change of pace option behind Levis. The tale of Willis and Levis. Will Levis, that's two. Two for Levis. Drake the Snake London caught 6 of 7 targets for 54 yards in Sunday's win over the Buccaneers. London led the Falcons in targets, catches, and receiving yards. 3 of his 4 highest yardage totals have come in the past 3 games, a span in which London has racked up 21 catches on 28 targets for 257 yards. London had a third quarter catch that was the subject of a fascinating review, as he had the ball come out while flipping through the air near the sideline and reaching for the goal line. It was ultimately determined that London's hand grazed the grass out of bounds, making him down at the 1-yard line and narrowly avoiding a potential fumble for a touchback. Atlanta's 2022 first-round draft pick is the clear number 1 option in the passing game heading into a Week 8 matchup with a Tennessee defense that's been more vulnerable through the air than on the ground. Titans D is on the board. Drake London, that was a crazy fucking play. All right, both of these teams, I believe, played, right? Recently. Titans played last week, right? Yeah, they had a bye. They had a fucking bye week, didn't they? Yep, they were on a bye week. Pretty sure these guys were on a bye. Guess we'll find out. Gotta click 'em all. Rolling in the deep. These guys, now they played the Buccaneers. So they got nothing new to report here. Pretty sure the Titans were on a bye. Yeah, because didn't Tannehill get injured in London and he sucks, right? Kinsey. So who would their last game have been? Would have been in London. Bird, Blair, these guys. Harrison. Let's see if Harrison did anything. Nothing. When the fuck did the Titans play? Baylor, Washington, Phillips. Let's see what Phillips do. The Ravens. Yeah, in fucking London. That was the last time they played. Okay. Phillips recorded run reception on 2 targets for 6 yards in Sunday's loss to the Ravens. Phillips appeared in his second game of the season and managed a fairly significant increase in snap rate, jumping from 24 to 46%. However, his production remained minimal, and his performance was defined by a muffed punt that allowed the Ravens to kick a field goal just before halftime. He returned to punt return duties thereafter, so his role on special teams seems secure. On the other hand, Phillips will continue to see minimal targets. Phillips. Why don't I just look there, right? Yeah, these guys didn't play week 7 because they had a bye. All right, good. Now we're all fucking ready here. Wesco went without a target across 24 snaps on offense Sunday in the Titans' loss to the Ravens in London. Chigagonkwo remains the Titans' top tight end, but Wesco has ranked second in snap share among those of the position group in each of the team's 6 games. Wesco has drawn just 2 targets all season and will continue to function mostly as a blocker whenever he's on the field. Chig Gonkwo is on the board. Oh, here we go. Kadarrell Hodge caught his only target for 19 yards in Sunday's win over the Buccaneers. Hodge played the fewest offensive snaps of any Falcon wideout, and his 19 yards in the contest matched his season high. The veteran has now totaled just 5 catches on 6 targets for 64 yards through 7 games of the 2023 campaign. With limited opportunities in Atlanta's offense, Hodge should continue to remain off the fantasy radar when the Falcons visit the Titans, Week 8. Wiley is listed as out for Sunday's game versus Atlanta. Even with the benefit of a Week 7 bye, Wiley will have to sit out at least one more game as he recovers from the concussion he sustained in Week 6 against Baltimore. Kevin Rader will likely see increased snaps in Wiley's stead in Week 8. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Rader is on the board. Kevin Rader. Look at this guy. Kevin fucking Rader. Where were we? Hodge, Wiley. Let's get all the way up to Chris Moore. Here we go. Chris Moore doesn't have an injury designation for Sunday's game against the Falcons after Tennessee head coach Mike Vrabel confirmed Friday that the receiver cleared the NFL's 5-step concussion protocol. Moore exited Tennessee's Week 6 game against Baltimore early after being diagnosed with a brain injury, but he was able to get full clearance and practice without limitations coming out of the team's Week 7 bye. He will have some combination of Will Levis and Malik Willis throwing to him Sunday, as starting quarterback Ryan Tannehill has been ruled out against Atlanta. That's 2 for Willis. That's 3 for Levis. Seems like that's going to be a lot of what the talk is about. Haskins, old news. Fisk. Tucker Fisk reverted to the practice squad Monday. Fisk played 2 offensive snaps and 7 on special teams in Sunday's Week 7 win over the Buccaneers. Colton Dole played 15 total snaps, 14 on special teams and 1 on offense in Sunday's loss to the Ravens in London. Inactive for the first 3 games of his career, Dowell has now dressed in 3 straight contests, but he's yet to carve out much of a role in the offense. The rookie 7th-round pick has played just 16 offensive snaps over the last 3 weeks, drawing just 1 target during that span. Dowell could find himself back on the inactive list coming out of the Week 7 bye if Treylon Burks is able to play after missing each of the past 3 contests with a knee injury. Treylon Burks, if he's playing, is on the board. Miller, should I just check for the fuck of it? No, see, it's old goddamn news. But this guy got involved in the Tampa Bay game. They're just not talking about it. Van Jefferson secured 1 of 2 targets for 5 yards in Sunday's win over the Buccaneers. Jefferson recorded his first catch as a member of the Falcons on Sunday while earning 2 targets for the second straight week. The veteran saw a major uptick in playing time in his second game with Atlanta, playing 49% of the offensive snaps after playing just 27% of the snaps in Week 6. If Jefferson continues to operate as the Falcons' second option at wideout behind Drake London, he could earn more opportunities in the team's passing attack. The 27-year-old will look to continue his increased involvement on offense when the Falcons visit the Titans in Week 8. Drake London is on the board. Mac Hollins failed to record a single target in Sunday's win over the Buccaneers. Hollins was held without a target for the first time Sunday, as the receiver continued to see a drop in playing time. The veteran wideout has now played fewer than 30 offensive snaps in 3 straight games and played behind Drake London and Van Jefferson in the contest. It's possible that Jefferson's presence could limit Hollins' opportunities moving forward, making the latter even more difficult to trust for fantasy purposes. The 30-year-old will look to bounce back in Week 8 when the Falcons visit the Titans. That is 2 for London, and Van Jefferson is on the board. Chig Okonkwo recorded 2 receptions on 4 targets for 18 yards in Sunday's loss to the Ravens. Okonkwo has seen exactly 4 targets in 3 of 6 games this season, giving him a consistent role in the Titans' offense. However, this production has been very disappointing, as he's failed to top 30 receiving yards on 4 occasions. His outlook won't improve if Ryan Tannehill is forced to miss time. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine recorded 3 receptions on 4 targets for 25 yards in Sunday's loss to the Ravens. Westbrook-Ikhine filled his typical role in the offense, as he now has 4 or fewer targets in 4 of Tennessee's 6 games. He was also held in check from an efficiency perspective, as his longest gain of the day went for just 10 yards. Overall, Westbrook-Ikhine has 25 or fewer receiving yards in all but 2 contests on the campaign. Yowza. Falcons D, Titans D. Almost, but not yet. Cordell Patterson rushed 10 times for 56 yards and wasn't targeted in Sunday's win over the Buccaneers. He also returned 1 kickoff for 25 yards. Patterson came into the game with just 3 touches on the season after producing 1,983 scrimmage yards and 19 offensive touchdowns over the previous 2 campaigns. Rookie lead back Bijan Robinson didn't feel well, and Austin Robinson was limited to just 1 touch. Both Tyler Algier and Patterson set season highs in rushing attempts. Patterson was far more efficient than Algier, and it's possible that this strong outing could earn the 32-year-old playmaker a larger role Week 8 against the Titans and beyond. Bijan is on the board. Tyler Algier is on the board. Cordell Patterson. Almost there. Tyjae Spears carried the ball 4 times for 15 yards in Sunday's loss to the Ravens. He added 1 reception for 48 yards. Though not necessarily indicated by the final score, the Ravens dominated the game from the standpoint of plays run and time of possession. That limited the opportunity for Spears and all of Tennessee's skilled position players, and he matched his season low in touches as a result. However, Spears still managed to showcase his playmaking ability when he took a quick dump-off pass for a 48-yard gain in the 4th quarter while weaving his way through a Baltimore defense. Derrick Henry will continue to lead the Titans' backfield, but Spears has shown the ability to contribute significantly as the change of pace back. Derrick Henry is on the board. There we go. Younghoe Koo made all 3 of his field goal attempts, including a 51-yarder as time expired, to clinch Sunday's win over the Buccaneers. He also converted his only extra point. Koo's other field goals came from 24 and 41 yards, along with Sunday's triumph. Koo has supplied the game-winning kick 2 other times this season. Overall, he's made 21 of 23 attempts, notching 47 points in 7 contests. Yeah, Koo's a beast. Nick Fuck made all 3 of his field goal attempts and converted his only extra point attempt in Sunday's loss to the Ravens. Folk converted field goals from 26, 27, and 38 yards to extend his perfect start to the season. He's also converted multiple attempts in 5 of 6 games on the campaign. While the Titans' offense won't provide the most opportunities for Folk, he's been a constant producer who has shown excellent accuracy. The kickers get captained, huh? The Tickers get captains. Heineke, Woodside, Will Levis. Head coach Mike Vrabel said Friday that both Levis and Malik Willis will take snaps at quarterback Sunday against the Falcons, with Ryan Tannehill ruled out for Week 8. Vrabel made similar comments about the Titans' quarterback situation early in the week, when Tannehill's status for Sunday's game looked to be in doubt, and the coach hasn't named a fill-in starter with Tannehill having now been ruled out. Given that Ian Rappaport reported Wednesday that Levis is being prepped for the start and expected to see the bulk of the playing time behind center, the second-round pick out of Kentucky appears to be a higher percentage fantasy play than Willis, despite Vrabel's lack of commitment regarding how the playing time might break down between the two. Even if the 2 quarterbacks don't alternate series and Levis does get the bulk of the playing time, the rookie could still cede snaps to the more mobile Willis when the Titans want to get more of a rushing threat in the field complement lead back Derrick Henry. The uncertain playing time outlook, along with the fact that the Titans are likely to lean heavily on their ground game, makes Levis a low-end fantasy lineup option at best, especially while all 32 teams are playing Week 8. That's 3 for Willis, that's 2 for Henry. Yuck. It's a mouthful. Kyle Pitts reeled in 3 of 4 targets for 47 yards during Sunday's win at Tampa Bay. For a third straight consecutive contest, Pitts logged fewer than 60% of the snaps, after earning at least as many in the first 4 games of the season. His target count also tied his second fewest in a game through 7 weeks, resulting in his 6th performance with less than 50 yards to date. Fellow tight end Jonnu Smith notched one more snap than Pitts on Sunday en route to 3 catches on 3 targets for 27 yards. As long as Pitts continues to split the workload at the position, he'll be tough to warrant weekly lineup consideration in a number of formats. Jonnu Smith. Why did I see Jonnu Smith? Jonnu Smith is on the board. Did I skip him by accident? I think I skipped Jonnu Pitts. Jonnu Smith, Jonnu Pitts, Jonnu Smith. Where the fuck is he? Is he out? Did he get traded? There he is. Okay, he was right under. He was right up. There he is. All right. Jonnu Smith reeled in 3 of his targets at 27 yards in Sunday's win over the Buccaneers. Smith's 3 targets, 3 catches, and 27 yards were all low marks for the tight end since week 2, after he wasn't targeted in the season opener. Despite a disappointing outing, the veteran has been a consistent option in the Falcons' passing game. Smith played 35 of the Falcons' 65 offensive snaps Sunday, while fellow tight end Kyle Pitts finished the contest with 34 snaps. The 28-year-old will look to stay involved and remain one of the top options in the passing attack when the Falcons visit the Titans in Week 8. That's 2 for Pitts. Oh, I forgot him somewhere. All right, where were we? Treylon Burks. Full participant practice Wednesday. Burks is thus set to rejoin the lineup after 3 missed games before the Titans went on the bye Week 7. He won't have the best situation to put up numbers even if he faces no restrictions with his snap count, as Ryan Tannehill appears set to miss at least Sunday's game. Head coach Mike Vrabel said Wednesday that both Will Levis and Malik Willis could take snaps at quarterback this Sunday against the Falcons, which could prompt the Titans to lean even more heavily than usual on the ground game. That is now 4 for Willis, 4 for Levis. Tyler Algier rushed 21 times for 59 yards and caught all 3 of his targets for 53 yards in Sunday's win over the Buccaneers. Bijan Robinson got just 1 touch as the standout rookie didn't feel well. With Robinson out of the game plan, Algier tied his career high with 24 touches. A 46-yard catch bolstered Algier's stat line, but the second-year running back averaged just 2.9 yards on his others, 23 touches, while Cordell Patterson rushed for 56 yards and just 10 carries. If Robinson returns to his usual lead role in Week 8 against the Titans, Algier will likely see a decline in volume. That is 2 for Bijan, and Cordell Patterson is on the board. Finally, DeAndre Hopkins recorded 1 reception on 5 targets for 20 yards in Sunday's loss to the Ravens. The Titans ran only 46 offensive plays, which limited volume for their skill position players across the board. This was certainly the case for Hopkins, who had his worst statistical performance of the season while matching his low in targets. To make matters worse, Hopkins was seen holding his hand in apparent discomfort late in the game. Tennessee is hanging on to its bye week, but the health status will be worth monitoring heading into a Week 8 matchup against the Falcons. All right, kids. Let's do some boosts. What do we got here? Kyle Pitts. Let's do Atlanta first. Well, first let's clear this up. Atlanta versus Tennessee. We want 20 lineups. No stacks. Here first, Kyle Pitts. Let's do this part first. All right. Young Wei Koo, of all people, getting himself a nice little wink point boost. Drake the Snake London. Van Jefferson. Bijan Robinson. Tyler Algier. Janu Smith. Cordell Patterson. And now on the Tennessee side, Malik Willis. Will Levis. The Titans defense. Chig Okonkwo. Kevin Rader. I have a feeling he's not going to be here. Exclusions. In the flex. East Coast stomping. Rip it. Rock it. New York, North Carolina, and Compton. Chicken out. All right, Kevin Rader's on the board. Traylon Burks. And finally, Derrick Henry. Very good. We've added some boosts. Now let's get rid of some captains. Or not worthy captains. Phillips, Wesco, Smith, Pruitt, Hodge, Wiley, Moore, Miller, Jefferson, Hollins, Patterson, no. Spears, no. Koo, yes. Folk, not Folk. Koo, definitely. Johnu Smith, no. Levis, yes. Pitts, yes. Burks, yes. Burks, yes. He's got to be an ease back in. What about Algier? No, not Algier. Burks, Hopkins, London, Willis, definitely. Ritter, Robinson, Henry. Got to be done. Right, in the flex. Let's see who's getting bounced from the flex position. Raider stays. Phillips, fuck off. Wesco's gone. Smith gone. Pruitt. Hodge, we don't need that shit. Wiley, no way. Moore, no. Miller, fuck him. Jefferson, yes. Hollins, Okonkwo, Akina, all these guys can stay. We're gonna get a lot of Kevin fucking Raider. As for captains, what do we got? Will Levis getting the most captain spots at 10. Then Drake London, 2. Right behind him, everybody gets 1. Robinson, Ritter, Koo, Pitts, Henry, Hopkins, Burks, and Willis. Let's see what's going on in the flex. In the flex, Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson, Drake London. Falcons D, 11 times. Wow. Kyle Pitts at 10. Youngwei Koo at 10. Will Levis at 9. Desmond Ritter 5. Chig 3. Then we got Van Jefferson, Titans, and Jonnu Smith. No Kevin Rader. All right, well, what are you going to do? Let's download some lineups and count and boogie. There we have it. All right, take a look at some lineups here. Levis, Falcons, Henry, London, Pitts, Robinson. We got some good concoctions here. Levis, Henry, Koo, London, Pitts, Ritter. We got a lot of Will Levis. We need Will Levis to pop the fuck off. Because if he does, we're in the nuts. If not, we're out 20 bucks. Or we're up to 50, or hell, we're up the whole 2,500. That pays the rent down here in Florida. Whole lot of Will Levis. Where? Not a Falcon Steve here. Well, these are the lineups, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you like them. I hope you use one or two. We hope we all win, and may fate decide your fortune. If you should win, you know where to blow your money. Right on the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. Peace, love, war, all that other shit between.